Hi, this is Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Dyson Hot and Cold Link Pure, or Pure Hot and Cold Link. Okay, so this is the Dyson Pure Hot and Cold Link. Now let's break down what that means. Dyson Pure. Pure is a purification unit, so that big base on the bottom, not only does it look nice, it's also got a filtration unit made of graphite, which takes out 99.95% of all the pollutants in the air. Wow, that was difficult. Let's break down the next part. So hot and cold. Hot, not only is it a fan, it's also a heater. So in the cooler months of the year, you can use it as a standalone heater to warm up either a room area or as a personal heater with it directed straight at you. At the moment it's in oscillation mode, so it's spreading the cool air around the room. Conversely, if it's winter, it would be doing the same with hot air, which is controllable up to a maximum of 37 degrees. So the last part of the name, link. Now there's more than one way you can link to this device. One, you can link your finger to the front of it and press the power button and turn it on or off. Great. But you can also link to it with the supplied remote control, which has a load of buttons to program it and to adjust temperature, speed, etc, etc. You can also control it and monitor it from your smartphone. Now, whether you've got Android or iPhone, there's an app from Dyson which allows you to control and monitor the device in your home or remotely. So you can check the air quality of your house when you're out and about and see if it needs cleaning or not. Now another way you can do it is via the Amazon Echo, via the Echo Dot or any of the other Echo products. The Alexa app has been updated recently to have the Dyson skill, so all you need to do is enable the skill and you're up and running. Okay, so that's described what the name is all about. Now let's look at this remote control. Now the remote control, brushed aluminium, very nice feel to it, has a selection of various buttons, and I'll go through what they do. You've got your power button, pretty straightforward, on or standby. Now in the standby mode, you can actually allow it to wake up and automatically do things via the app or from the program. So if you want to set your room to a specific temperature and you want to keep it that way, if you put it in standby, if that should change in any way, it will turn itself back on to keep the room at the right temperature. You've got the blue button at the top, which is to give you cool air. You've got the red button, which is the heating button, and you've got the smaller red button, which is to reduce the heating. Just to the left, you've got the large circle and little circle. That is to control the speed of the fan from 1 to 10. So pressing those, it will go up in multiples of 1 until you reach your desired speed. The auto button is to put the device into auto mode. Again, like I said, you set what you want your specific room temperature to be or your air purification level to be. Press auto, walk away, and it will just do its own thing until the filter needs changing. The button with the arrows, that is to start and stop the oscillation. As you can see at the moment, it's oscillating nicely in the background now. If you press the button, it just stays into one continual area. Two other buttons on there is for the narrow or wide air pattern. So currently it's set on the narrow pattern, so it's a narrow beam going around. If you set it to wide and it's on oscillation, it'll give you an even wider blast of air. Down to the last two, the timer button. The timer button, so say for instance you're going to sleep or you're going out, or for whatever reason you just want to time it and forget about it. By pressing the button, it goes up in multiples of quarter of an hour until it gets to an hour, and then it goes up in hours until you get to 9 hours. And that will then start a countdown. When the countdown's off, it'll go into standby mode. And the last one is the clever one, nighttime mode. Now fans generally can be quite noisy and quite disturbing, if anything, especially if you're a light sleeper. So by putting this into nighttime mode, it reduces the speed of the motor and also dims the lights and the LEDs on the front, so it's not to disturb you when you're getting your beauty sleep. So what else can this thing do? I think we've pretty much covered what most things it does and some of the technical specification. But let's have a look at some of the other things it will filter out. Now, filters out most particles through the filter, but some of the particles that you may not have thought about are things like pollution from your car. So if you've got your windows open and there's cars driving by your house, particles coming in from diesel cars and petrol cars, you've got your carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, all those sorts of things which it will try and filter out for you. Also, some of the things which cause mold in the house. So if you're in a slightly older house which doesn't have particularly good ventilation and you suffer from mold or dampness, it's not a dehumidifier, but it's certainly going to go some way towards reducing mold in your house. It can also remove things like odours from cats and dogs, and even smoking to some extent, depending on how heavy a smoker you are or how many pets you've got. But this will certainly go a long way to reducing those unwanted odours. Okay, so that pretty much wraps things up here. We've gone over all of the items I can think of. So this has been the Dyson Pure hot and cold link. Tell me in the description below, what do you think of it? Are you considering buying one? And if you have bought one already, what's your opinion on it? I'd love to know. Anyway, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How-Tos. This has been the Dyson Pure hot and cold link, and we'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching.